Hello everyone, welcome to the Missouri S&T Laboratory for Information Technology Evaluation, also known as the LITE Lab. Today we're here to show you a little more about how to use the equipment in this lab, specifically the Tobii eye tracking software. My name is Adam Jones and I'm the Chief Light Manager.
And my name is Elena Martins.
So we're going to check out and figure out the best ways to operate the LITE equipment. Let's check it out. So to start off with, the first thing we need to do whenever we start up, once you have the computer going and you see your desktop, the first thing you're going to want to do is we're going to start up the computer. So, at least this portion of the computer. On the eye tracking bar, if you look behind here, you'll see this green kind of isolated button, the silver. We're just going to press that in, it's going to light up. Once it lights up, you'll hear the fans kick up on it, and it will go through a kind of a startup process. So, once it's going, you'll start seeing little red lights kind of show up on that bar. And that'll show you that the machine is powering up properly. Once you get on the computer, you'll notice that you'll see several icons whenever you log in with your school account. However, we are pulled up on a secondary monitor at the moment, so we're just going to show you what it looks like from the File Explorer. On your desktop, you'll see an item most likely labeled as iMotions 8.1 with Connect. You want to make sure you select the item that says with Connect and not just the standard shortcut for the program. Once you're in there, you're going to go ahead and double click on that CMD file, and it should give you a little prompt. It most likely be a little CMD pop-up box saying it's starting, and then you'll see the iMotions starting screen. From here, Elena will take you away. One more thing before we get started. Here's a common issue that a lot of these machines have when we first start off. So, as you can see, this doesn't look right. So you can see us here on the environmental camera. Over here, you can't see anything. So if you notice here, the webcam is not detected. This is because this is the camera on the Kinect over here. This is obviously showing the wrong camera. This is showing the camera of the other display. And this eye tracker showing is not connected. The first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to go to Preferences and Global Settings. Once you've opened up your global settings, what we're going to check here is to make sure we have the right eye camera tracker selected. Once you click the Browse button, you'll see two of them show up on here, two different Pro spectrums. This is because we have two different units in the laboratory currently hooked up on the same networking switch. What you'll want to do is you'll want to try whichever one shows up as showing. So you'll notice when you selected the correct one, you'll notice on your board it's very obvious. You'll see basically what looks like two red eyes looking back at you. That means you selected the correct one. What it's going to do is it's going to want to get you on this left display right here. It's going to show that you've connected your eyes and it can be seen by the machine. I just blinked there, so I didn't like that, but essentially that's what it is. To fix the camera, you're going to go up to Preferences and Global Settings again. Go up to Video, and you're going to change this over to your other camera. And there's me. Hello. It's going to refresh. You're going to hear the thing kind of buzz. And you're going to see all of us now here in the camera site. So obviously I'm not all the way into the camera, so it's going to be acting a little stranger, but that's about all we need to do for this. Let's go ahead and get started.
First, you're going to create a new study. Okay, and now you will hit Next.
Make sure on this screen as well, make sure you have environmental camera selected if it is unselected, because sometimes it will unselect itself even though it should be selected by default. It won't always show up. So make sure you have the respondent camera, eye tracker, and environmental camera selected, with your eye tracker being the Tobii Pro Spectrum.
Okay, now hit Add. And it is now creating the study, and so just wait for it to load. We will now add stimuli to the study. We will now choose a website as our topic. Okay, so we're going to go to www.mst.edu. Okay.
And if it doesn't seem to be the correct address and you're not sure, you can always use the test button as well to confirm and make sure you have the right address. It will usually just open Chrome.
Okay, and now we click add, now that we know that the test was correct. And now we will wait. Okay. Okay, now we add respondents to the study. So I'm going to put my name in here. Okay, and you will put demographic questions here. Okay, and I added myself here. Now that you've selected your respondent, hit start recording.
When you see these items, don't be alarmed. It does this automatically, but if it looks strange to you or your respondent, just let us know and we'll figure out, make sure it looks right. But as you can see here, this is correct. We can continue on.
We will now do an eye tracking calibration.
Make sure to keep your eyes on the dot as you go along the project.
It is now processing the calibration data, and the calibration was excellent. So we will now continue. It is now starting the browser that you selected to do the eye tracking on. Now you can continue with your eye tracking experiment.
This will also record usually data like click data sometimes. It depends on all how you set it up. But with iMotions, you can capture a lot of different data. At any time during your project, if you discover that your mouse cursor has gone missing, a good practice would be to move your cursor up. Try to get it towards one of the corners or just keep pushing up. This way it ensures that with the current setup we have, the cursor gets back on your screen. Now we want to end the project. So go ahead and close out the browser.
It will now save the collected data. Now it has saved all of your information here for the participant, which was me in this case. It'll say time and date and the motion baseline and the website recording. Click this to see the gaze replay and the emotion baseline. And now it will load and you'll be able to see your eye tracking information. You will also be able to interact with all the other information that was collected over to this side. You will also be able to export this file for further documentation and to be able to turn in for your class projects and research.
For best practice, if you'd like this to be present on all your other computers, even though this account does not have it, a good thing to do when you're logged with your own personal accounts is to save it to your S drive. That way you can pull it up on any other school computer later on if you need to edit it or turn it in on Canvas. Once you finish rendering your video, you can then export it and upload it to Canvas or however you want to use it for your research. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, or any other ideas of how you want to handle your project, let us know. We'll do our best to help you out.
Thank you for joining in on this video on how to use the eye tracking equipment in the LITE Research Lab.